Okay everybody, welcome back to part 2 of my tutorial for how I make low point lasagna. In the previous video, I showed you how I actually roll out the pasta sheets from scratch, boil them quickly, and how for just 10 points you get a Buick full of pasta versus it would cost a lot more in points, calories, and carbs of using the store-bought dried stuff. Next thing I did was, you can find recipes anywhere online. I have recipes. Everybody has recipes. You could go buy jarred stuff. A pot of 0-point marinara sauce. I'll include a link to my recipe. Feel free to use whatever you want. I'm not going to be a stickler for it. I mixed up a 1-pound batch of my ground turkey Italian sausage. 99% fat-free ground turkey, it's pretty dang good. I also have chopped up 2.5 cups of diced onion, 2 cups of diced zucchini. Yes, you're hearing nursery rhymes in the background. I have kids. Deal, folks. I had to take an extra step and peel the skin off of all of the zucchini because my daughter will not eat anything green other than peas. But rest assured, this is diced zucchini, a 1/2 cup of diced onion, and a 5-ounce bag of baby spinach that I have chopped up because, once again, my daughter won't eat a lot of green things, but spinach shrinks. So I chopped this up so it'd be finer, and 3 medium cloves of chopped garlic. First thing we're going to do, I am heating a pan right now for about a minute over medium heat, actually 2 minutes because I've been jabbering. And going to cook the Italian sausage, remove it, and then cook the vegetables until they're softened in the same pan. Alright, our ground turkey Italian sausage that is 0 points on blue and purple has finished cooking. I'm going to remove this from the pan really quick. Sorry, you're going to get to see my stove. Woohoo! Let's put this in a mixing bowl, setting it aside. Return the pan to the heat. Ah! Sorry! What can you do? Turn the pan to the heat. Going to spray with a little bit more cooking spray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to add my diced onions and the carrots, because those take longer to cook than the zucchini. Also going to add the garlic. I'm going to stir this around. We have the heat set at medium-high right now. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of salt and pepper, just to season it a little bit. And we are going to let this cook for a few minutes until it starts to sweat, and then I will press play again. We'll record. Alright, so the onions and carrots have been cooking for about 5 minutes. They have a nice, they're starting to caramelize, soften up, get a lot of nice flavor to them. Now I'm going to add the 2 cups of diced zucchini, which preferably I would like to have it peeled, but my daughter won't eat it, so you make do. So I'm going to let this cook down for about 3 minutes, and then we will add the spinach. Okay, I have been letting the zucchini cook down for about 3 minutes. It now is starting to caramelize, have a nice color. Going to add in, I'm going to add back to the pan, the Italian sausage. Stir this up. Get it all to mingle together. Break that meat up because it's been resting for a little bit and it all binds up together. Good. So we have Italian sausage, caramelized onions, carrots, zucchini, garlic, and we are about to add our 5 ounces of chopped fresh baby parsley. Stir that in. And anybody who has had spinach or cooked it knows that though this looks like a lot, it's probably going to cook down to about half a teaspoon, because that's what spinach does. We're going to pop a lid. There it is. We're going to put a lid on this, and we could turn off the heat. And now let's get over to assembly. All right, everybody, fun news. I just found out that my wife is going to be home in about 10 minutes, so I have not long to finish assembling this lasagna. So let's see what happens. It might be in 2 parts, or it might be a 3-part video. Who knows what I'll have time for. I'm gonna try to get this done quick. I have a deep that I ordered just because I like the taller lasagnas. This is a 9x13, 4.5 quart. So it's a tall one, got it from Target. You could use whatever you want. So pretty much, to help avoid sticking, I'm gonna put cooking spray in. And then, of course, I have my marinara sauce that's 0 points. Put a little scoop on the bottom. Get it around there. Now I'm going to take my first sheet of lasagna, and I just checked in the builder because I couldn't remember, and this is going to be, if I build this properly, it will come to 4 points per huge slice. Now most of the food blogger ones and even the Weight Watchers recipes, not throwing shade, just stating fact, folks, they're all 13 by 9 pan and have like 12 servings. This is not. So we get to have bigger portions and use less points altogether, because how many points we are cutting out in.
Oh no.
What's up, Rachel?
No. I'm missing the ear.
You lost Mr. Potato Head's ear? I'll be out there to help you find it in a minute. Ah, the glorious life of a food poster. So we're going to add the next one, overlap, and cut off the excess because we will be using these little scraps. Maybe this is the ear she was looking for. I look like an elf, an Italian elf. And so now I get a little creative with my filling. Now, Chiafulo, all my Nona friends out there, you know, cut a brother some slack. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to, that's for my family, I'm going to use my bare hands. And this is our filling. It's delicious. Okay, it's hot. I'm going to use a scoop. So I'm going to take a 1/2 cup scoop of the meat and vegetable mixture. Put that in there. So I put on this bottom layer 1.5 cups of the filling. Now this is the part that is going to make some of you just reel your heads in shock. I'm going to take some Greek yogurt and put some dollops around. Just roll with it, folks. Roll with it. Roll with the punches. It's all worth it because we're also going to be adding part-skim mozzarella. 3.5 cups altogether to this recipe. This will help extend the creaminess. So we have 3.5 cups of part-skim shredded mozzarella. Going to sprinkle some of that in there. Now if you notice, we are putting cheese in there, but we're going light because we're going for 4 layers. I'm going to take some of my marinara. And dribble it down. It will spread as it cooks and all the other layers on top press down on it. And now, we take our next layer of pasta. Oh, there we go. Our next layer. I guess I should have unwrapped it all before the video was made. Hooray! It's like Christmas but with pasta. So I take the next sheet. Going to put that on top. Going to slice the excess and going to use the excess now to cover this part. We have these scraps from the previous layer. Alright, not enough. And here is our next big piece. I need that 70s song, The Final Countdown, as my wife is coming home and I don't know when she's getting here, and this has to be finished and in the freezer by the time she does. There we go. I'm going to peel a little bit off the end. There we go. And now, back to more filling. Yes, this is all I get to listen to all day while the kids aren't in school. I'm going crazy. I'm gonna miss it someday, but hopefully I will be retired on a yacht by then. So back to more dollops of Greek yogurt. Trust me folks, just do it. This is going, when the mozzarella melts during the baking process, it's going to hit the Greek yogurt. The two will become one. It's just like they're getting married. How beautiful. And it will make the part-skim mozzarella much more creamy and spread out into a nice cheesy layer. So we're gonna add more cheese. And then more marinara sauce. And we are going to rinse and repeat until this baby is all covered up. And we'll get right back to that and you can see the final product. Okay everybody, I just finished making this. Here you go, it actually has a bunch of cheese left over on top. I went a little lighter on the cheese in the layers so that I could pile it on the top. The only recommendation I would have that I need to do differently, because I haven't made this in a year and a half, is how in the video I overlapped the large layers of pasta. Put the one large one down, and when you overlap it, slice off the extra overlap and use that on, you know, subsequent layers so that you have the pasta butting right up against each other and you have all the extra overlap bits that you can use to continue putting pasta on top. Because I just barely had enough, so trim the over... Yes, Rachel?
This one.
I will put it on your video in a second, sweetie. Okay? I'll be right there. So you get the gist. So this is big and beefy. At 10 slice servings, which are huge, and remember this is a 4-layer lasagna. This is going to be 4 points for the first serving. Personally, when I first started Weight Watchers, I used a mix of fat-free mozzarella and Greek yogurt because I was on freestyle, and that's how you get the fat-free mozzarella to melt just like regular. That gets it down to 2 points per serving. Using the part-skim, that takes it up to 4, but that's still pretty dang low point as far as legit lasagna with tons of vegetables, spinach, loads of flavor, a pound of ground turkey, Italian sausage, marinara sauce, cheese, fresh homemade pasta. So I'm going to cover this, put it in the freezer so that my wife doesn't see it because it's for her birthday tomorrow. And then tomorrow let it thaw out for a couple hours on the counter, and I will pop it in the oven.